YouTube, what is happening? It's been a while since we last caught up, so I thought I would make a video today on something that I've actually never spoke about on this channel or even online before in the first place. And that is how I got into training, how I got into the gym, and how I got to where I am today. Now, training for me began right when I was about 13, 14. And I think it stemmed from early childhood because I was never the most confident kid growing up, right the way through early school years. So those who knew me during that time will know that I didn't have very good conversation skills, my self-esteem was pretty low, and I just wasn't very confident in myself, to be honest. And that all changed for me when I discovered training, and it was proper random how, it first come about. I remember thinking to myself, right, I don't want to live like this forever. I want something to change somehow. And I remember stumbling across a YouTube video, and it was of this guy who was in really, really good shape. And I thought, you know what, I want to look like him. And I just thought, so I'm going to give this home workout video a go. The channel was called Six Pack Shortcuts. Those OGs will know, goes right the way back. I don't think they are still a thing now. They might be wrong, they might still be going. But anyway, I tried this home workout just to see how I'd get on. And when I finished it, I just had this huge this feeling of self-accomplishment. Like I'd just done a hard thing, I got a good sweat on, I was aching. And it was kind of like a good feeling to tell people about it, that, I'd done this hard workout. It just made me feel good. So lo and behold, I started doing this 2 to 3 times a week, and my dad was a massive influence in me training as well, because he was picking up on me wanting to improve myself, wanting to, get into the gym, wanting to learn more about training. So as time went on, my dad also helped me with this as well. We regularly done a workout called Insanity together, I think it was called. And that was no joke. They were 45-minute home workout bodyweight sessions, but they were tough. Those who've done them will know. And they were on little CDs that you had to put into your DVD player, and you do them on the telly, which is it just goes to show. I'm not old. I'm 24, coming up to 25, but yeah, that's putting it back there. Now you can just get anything on YouTube, but yeah, they were really good sessions. And I started my training journey off purely doing bodyweight sessions and getting strong at the foundations with push-ups, squats, sit-ups, just the basic stuff. And it wasn't until I was around 13, 14 in high school where I actually started to attend the gym. So going from doing bodyweight movements such as I said, those HIIT workouts, we did do some pull-ups, dips and curls and stuff in the garage gym as well. And eventually I wanted to take things up a notch and get stuck into the weights. So I started a teen gym with one of my old schoolmates. And we regularly go. Oh, no way. No fucking way. Who thought it'd be this hard to make a YouTube video? I've just spilt my coffee everywhere. But as I was saying, we'd go 3 to 4 times a week. And at this point, I was really, really getting into training, learning more about nutrition, different styles of training, powerlifting, bodybuilding. Never really ventured into Olympic lifting, still not my thing, but I was doing lots of research on different training styles and ways to increase progress in the gym. And this stage lasted from, I'd say right the way up from 14 to about 18, 19, just absolutely hammering the gym. And that's when I really, really started to see a big difference in those 4 years in my physique, in my strength, in my confidence. And other people really started to notice it too, which was a huge shift for me, because I could see that my hard work was getting recognised, and that done wonders for my self-esteem. I reached the point where I was in college, so about 17, and I just didn't have a clue what I wanted to do with my life in the sense of jobs, employment, stuff like that. Loads of tutors in colleges were saying apply for unis, in the back of my mind, I was like, this is absolutely pointless because I don't know what I want to do, so I'm not going to pay for a university degree if I'm not absolutely certain that that is what I want to do in my future. So I decided to go against all of that and carry on working as a lifeguard that I was doing at the time. I had a part-time lifeguarding job, working 15 hours a week in Runcorn swimming baths, and it was good. It was a good job. It was paying me, a decent wage to get by, as any 17-year-old would need. And as time went on, I was like, I'll eventually find something, because right now there's literally nothing for me to lose. I was still young. I was thinking, right, something will pop up at some point. I remember one day I went to the gym with my granddad. My granddad is now 84, and he still regularly strength trains 2 to 3 times a week. And at this point he was really getting into the gym. So I said, right, I'll go along with him for a session. I'll show him a few bits and bobs that I've been learning over the years. And when I went in to train with him, I seen a board advertising PT courses, and I thought, I love this stuff. I would train all my mates for free. I would spend loads of time learning online and YouTube and different courses. So I thought, why not give this a go? I went home, spoke to my mum about it, and we both said the same viewpoint. I had absolutely nothing to lose, so I thought I'd give it a go. Got the course, got qualified. I finished the course whilst I was still in college, so I was balancing college, lifeguarding, and completing my lifeguarding course. And then when I finished college, I was just doing lifeguarding and PTing. So just managing the both, doing shifts for Pure Gym, still working as a lifeguard, and then trying to build my business on the side. So I had a busy few months, but I got to a point where my personal training quickly filled up and overtook my lifeguard income. And by that point, that's when I knew it was a sensible decision to just go all in. And that's what I would advise for any up and coming coach if they are looking to make the transition from their current job to in-person or online coaching. Build your business up first to the point where it will overtake your current job's income, or match it at least. And that's when you know it's a sensible switch to swap. So for me, I went all in at this point. I doubled down with my PT hours. I doubled down with my business work, with developing the business, with social media content, all new stuff to me, but I was just ready to learn it all, ready to just commit as much as I possibly could. And in 2020, halfway through the year, I think it was, COVID hit. And that's when I was literally just getting the ball rolling with business. And then all the gyms closed. I was like, shit, this is not what I need right now. But it forced me to adapt. It forced me to learn new strategies to bring online clients in and continue the development of the business. And that's when I took a lot of my business online. I was doing online coaching. I was doing boot camps, online boot camps, jumping up and down in the garage like a madman. But it worked. I started to gain traction on social media. People started to know my name a lot more. And from there, I have literally just developed year after year in terms of investing into different courses, mentorships, and just soaking up as much knowledge as I can. And if there's anything that I've learned from being a coach, especially in this day and age, there's always more to learn and there's always ways to get better. And that is what I continue to do now. I have my own coach, and I think that was something that hugely benefited me in my journey as well. As I said, I was trained myself up from 14 to about 19, 20. And when I was 20, I employed my first online coach. And I think that was a huge eye-opening moment for me in the sense of how much more there is to learn, because I had the guidance of someone who knew a lot more than I did. And when I applied that level of knowledge to my own training and my own business, things took off massively in terms of physique, fitness, business development. So that is a lesson that I will always carry with me going forwards now as time goes on. So yeah, just thought this would be an interesting video to make a topic on, and hopefully it will inspire any up and coming coaches who are looking to make the plunge. Yeah, it's been an interesting ride so far. Lots of lessons learned, lots of wins, and I'm looking forward to see what happens in the future. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.